Hi all, welcome back again. Actually, I wasn't planning for a vlog today. There were other videos already taken and kept for editing, but I had to do this because of my last video. Thank you so much for your appreciating comments. First of all, let me tell that many of you had tried the bread kunafa and I already got to see some pictures too. Thank you so much for trying out. Now in that video there were a lot of queries. I couldn't cover up everything, but some could be solved and it's there in this video. It's almost like a repeated version of my last video. Hope you would like it. Keep watching. Firstly, beginning with tahina that's used in hummus and salads. It's basically sesame seeds paste. Here I had 1 cup sesame seeds left. So I'm making with that. You can add more. Roast on low flame till light brown in color. Make sure you're roasting in low flame. There are high chances otherwise for the sesame seeds to burn quickly. It had turned the color, you can see. Let it rest for 5 minutes. Now you can use a strong blender. Since I had food processor with me, I'm using that. Add the sesame seeds to it. It's still warm, not completely cooled down, and it has to be that way. Now blend on high speed. Give a stir in between. Now the same process is done if you're using a blender too. Now adding 30 ml vegetable oil or any flavorless oil. I'm adding oil while the food processor is on. If you're using a blender that doesn't have the option to open and add oil from top, you can off the blender, add the oil and blend again. You can even add 2 more tablespoons of oil for extra creaminess. You may add a pinch of salt. I actually forgot to add. The tahina is ready now. Transfer to a glass jar. This can be stored in the fridge for a month. Many of you had asked if bread kunafa could be made on stove, so moving on to that. This is rose water. You can use this instead of kebra water. I had just 1 packet thick cream with me. I'm using that. Do check out my other video for the complete recipe. Now this is butter, 2.5 kilo. I bought this from Carrefour mainly to make ghee. I don't use much butter in my dishes. You can check my video on making ghee from butter on my iCard above, or link is there below in the description. Now melt the butter in very low flame. This is non-stick pan, placing a stand in it. I'm making the kunafa in this steel bowl and closing the lid. This is how it is prepared on the stove. Let's see. Bread for breadcrumbs. Now I didn't have pistachios with me. I'm using some walnuts, cashews and almonds, but pistachios give a good taste. Adding butter to the breadcrumbs. This is the cream and 2 tablespoons of nuts, mixing well. That's for the garnish. Now before layering the kunafa, heating the pan. It's almost like preheating. Keep in medium flame. lined with baking sheet under. First layer is half the breadcrumbs, then the cream, and then again the rest of the bread. The pan is heated now. Place it on the stand and cover. Keep it on very low flame for 20 minutes. That's for the sugar syrup. Do check out my description for the measurements and do watch my previous video for the oven version because I and my husband personally like the taste when it was baked. I had closed that hole on the lid with a tissue paper. It's ready. Let it sit for 5 minutes. Kunafa ready to flip over. Add the warm sugar syrup. Garnishing with the nuts. Rihan broke my bamboo plant. Now making another Arabic dip, almost similar to hummus, Moutabel or baba ganoush, that's what it's called. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. It's basically a roasted eggplants, just poking lightly on the eggplant so that it doesn't burst while roasting. Now we can roast in an oven. I'm doing it over the stove. Roast till you feel the eggplants have gone really soft inside. It's soft now. Let it cool down. Removing the skin. So this is what we need for the Moutabel, that's for the dip. Add it to a blender. In that goes 2 garlic cloves. Now that's the tahina, adding 3 tablespoons. 3 to 4 tablespoons of olive oil. 1 tablespoon of vinegar. Some salt. For spicy flavor, you can add red chili flakes. Now to go along, I'm frying 4 large chicken pieces. Gave slits on it. To marinate, 1 tablespoon of rock salt, 1.5 tablespoon of Kashmiri red chili powder, 1 teaspoon turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon coriander powder, 1 tablespoon dried methi or dried fenugreek leaves crushed, half teaspoon of garam masala powder, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon ginger powder, 1 tablespoon of oil, 2 tablespoons of curd, and mix everything together. Now I'm using my air fryer. You can either grill or pan fry it. Air fry takes about 15 to 20 minutes for frying the chicken. Turning to the other side. And it's done. There was a surprise guest, Shahim. He had come for some other reason, but we wouldn't let him go without dinner. Preparing a quick salad. Chopping up a small piece of capsicum. Removing the seeds of the tomato before chopping. Chopping the green chilies into large pieces so that it's seen while having. Then coriander leaves. Now this is Lebanese. It's like very thick creamy curd. If you don't have Lebanese, you can use normal curd or thick curd. Adding all the veggies to this. Some salt and pepper. That's a Moutabel. Adding some olive oil on top. Garnish with some chopped coriander leaves. Finally, the Kunafa. So that's for today's quick vlog. Hope you would try out these recipes and don't forget to watch my previous video as well. Do share among your friends and family. See you soon with another video. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.